besides just the funds, because there's just not an understanding here of why it happens. And when you have veterans call and say, I can't get care, or I'm having trouble with this, and we continue to say, why are we funding it or how are we funding it? This gives everybody at least a look to say, yes, Congress is taking seriously this role. I do want to switch real quickly to something, though, that concerns me about how they're spending and what the spending is. I have Atlanta. I have, just south of me, the Decatur Medical Center. We have also Augusta. I've toured both. One of the things that, and my friend from Georgia, did you just recently say the secretary was going to medical schools himself to recruit doctors? Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I really do in the spirit of what it is, but I really wish the secretary would stay at his desk and do some work on the spending processes that we have. An example, and this comes back to appropriations, the Atlanta Medical Center's dishwasher broke. A $17,000 piece of equipment, it broke. So they couldn't, because of the internal controls that they have put in, they could not get this dishwasher fixed. So instead, they were serving patients on paper plates with plastic forks, costing more per week and month than it would to have fixed the machine. This is unacceptable. To be serving veterans on paper plates when but then when I asked the director at the Atlanta Medical Center, why can't you do this? They said, because it's a major purchase and we have to go through this long process of paperwork and bids and everything. I said, this is why people are just frustrated and upset. And there was other examples of where they're waiting long periods of time to get things that, they said, well, it was put in because people abuse the system. Well, if people abuse the system and defraud the government of money, they need to go to jail. We don't need to be making rules that inhibit what we need to do to help our veterans. So I just want to say thank you for your work. We're going to continue to work on this, but this is one of the reasons why it's very troubling to not, if we didn't have more oversight, if we didn't see these things continually brought up, and the secretary to work with his directors in these facilities who are hands-on every day to make common sense changes. And I think we do that by appropriations and by what y'all have done.
Well, gentlemen, you.
Yeah, I yield completely.
I